And I was just wondering whether we could bring in Amy as well to talk a little bit about like creativity and creating that personal emotional connection with refugees on the ground, in terms of us actually being able to make the emotional connection to then make a difference, rather than just statistics and facts that we're currently seeing.
Well, I think that's exactly it. I think, earlier this week we did an Instagram Live with My Great kind of empowering initiative where they get in the UK to do cooking classes from their country of origin. They share their recipes. And I kind of said that their work is really empowering because it humanizes the refugee crisis. Because when you see headlines about refugee crisis, it kind of demonizes them, it dehumanizes it, because it's just this mass group of people that you have no connection with. And I think it's about remembering that each and every one of those refugees, or those waiting to get refugee status, is exactly like one of us. They're human. And so with Louder Than the Storm and our creative aspect, what we're trying to do is kind of humanize the climate crisis and foster a connection with the natural world. And I think that's also possible within the context of the refugee crisis. We can, like SolidariTee has, I think it was a Sudanese artist designed the t-shirts this year, and that was showcasing her art, and that was kind of inspired directly by her experiences, if I'm correct, Lexi.
Yeah, we also had, this year we actually had, our most recent designs were from a refugee from Afghanistan, a calligrapher who currently lives in Moria. But we've had designs by the Sudanese artist also. It's interesting what you've mentioned about kind of humanizing the crisis, and I think it's worth, especially when talking about refugees and asylum seekers, remembering that a refugee needs neither to be the perfect, wonderful member of society or to be a villain that is a drain. Actually, we can just be really normal people who lose their patience, maybe have special talents, maybe don't, but that doesn't mean you're not deserving of protection.
I had an interesting conversation on a message boardy thing where it was like a local group, and they were talking about the deportation of someone, and they were sort of saying, this is a local guy, he's worked as a hospital cleaner for all these years, and so there's a petition, and someone put like, we didn't want to get rid of people like him, we wanted to get rid of the illegals. And the point was that the Home Office was making this man illegal. But the person who had responded to this didn't consider them, I assume, didn't consider themselves to be a racist, and didn't want people like him to go because he wasn't illegal. But without the recognition that that's exactly what this was doing, this was making this person illegal. And I don't know, it just really made it interesting to me that is where someone could draw a cognitive dissonance there, or draw a line and not realize what exactly they're advocating. And I feel like maybe that's the point of the illegals and the argument where that can sometimes lead, where that argument about utility can sometimes lead.
I also work with states and governments, so I also believe that policymakers are people and individuals. And I never forget this, because I think we are a tendency to also, nothing to do with these people. But no, they are, when you talk to them, you have real people. And some are super committed and some are not at all. So I think for me, my work is to support also these people to change their mind. And then at the level of each individual, I think, of course, there are all the work that communication, campaign, evidence, stories, that bring the reality of people to the people. I think these are key, but not in a victimizing way. I think from what I get from all people I work with, they don't want necessarily to move, they don't necessarily want to become refugees, they want to be seen as positive also actors of the fight against climate change. So one of the things I really believe in is also us working with migrants, with refugees, with returnees, with diasporas for climate action.